Noise.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ready City Crit. I'm your Dungeon Master Harna, and this campaign will be finished when hell freezes over, one way or the other. Scheduling conflicts be damned. Let's start off with our warmest individual, and then we'll work our way down to our coldest individual.
I mean, it's pretty hot in my room right now. Well, I don't know how you guys.
It's fucking horrible here. It's 27 degrees.
Sounds pretty hot to me, Cass.
I mean, let's do like this. Should we check our temperatures in the bottom right of our computers?
Sure.
I'm 16 at the moment. I'm 16.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm at 22. What the fuck?
Fucking hell, Jesus! My guys and I beef over there.
How? Alright, hi, I'm Adam. I'm playing Scratch, our wonderful and lovely human druid. What can I say? She likes to turn into an owl, she likes drinking, she likes arm wrestling, and she doesn't like the Ice Maiden. She's an owl that has beef with the Ice Maiden. With the Frostmaiden. Fuck. It's been too long.
Ice, Frost, same thing.
It is though, like, you know, what is frost than vertical ice?
I don't think frost is vertical
Frost is
ice.
like the layer of
Yeah, it's like the layer of ice on things.
I know. I wanted to say a funny quip, but it didn't work out. Sadly.
Vertical ice would be like
icicles.
Icicle. Fuck. I mistook it for vertical and horizontal. Okay, sure. Somebody take the wheel. I'm done.
I mean, frost is ice. It's just like a thin layer.
Okay, I think that's me. 16 degrees now. Hi, my name is Will Sword, and I play Bahagor, a white dragonborn blade lock, I like to say. He's generally a nice guy. He likes things right. He likes to drink a lot of milk. And even though he's very charismatic, sometimes he doesn't know what he's saying. But people get him. And yeah, that's me in a nutshell, pretty much.
I'll go next, because even when it's cold, I'm still a bit warm. I'm Rob. I play Bodger. He's just a little guy. He's just a little fella. He's a halfling. He's a monk. And I'm going to stop mentioning that thing that I mention every time.
Oh.
That'll be my bit of personal growth that I'm not going to mention that I saved the entire party.
Shit.
Mute.
From certain death.
I can't wait to save him at some point in this campaign.
You'll let me die, and you know it. Yeah, that's about it. He's just a little guy. He's doing his best.
Speaking of doing your best, hi, I'm George. I play... Who the fuck do I play? I've opened the wrong fucking character sheet. I have no idea where I am. I play Malice Severe, the drow cleric. I didn't say rogue that time, though. I remembered what class I am. She's also trying her best, sometimes, mostly, you know? The more she spends with humans, the more she's starting to think that maybe drow are right, that they're better than everyone else, but she's going along with it. She's trying to save people. She's got resistance to cold damage, and it's driving everyone insane, trying to wonder why. Let's fight some crag cats.
She's undead. I call it.
Okay. Yes. Does anyone remind us exactly what was happening previously?
Bruh. No idea.
Alright. I think
it's all blended. We fucked that one town. We stopped Aura's sacrifice and we were like, this'll be fine. And then Aura was like, actually, it's not fine.
We kind of ousted a speaker from a town, and we bashed the head guardsman to death in a mobbed frenzy and tried to loot his body.
We also tried to do that to the speaker, but he turned invisible and got away.
Yep.
And then the entire town was enveloped by a snowstorm, and we just awkwardly left.
We saw the first practical use of calm emotions ever in the history of D&D.
Yep. It's never been done before, and it will never happen again. It's had its one time.
I'm so glad I woke up that morning and was like, I wish I had a spell specifically to calm an angry mob.
You continued on. Go on. If you still got it, go with. Roll with it.
we joined up with the merchants accompanied by the fucking icicle murderer. I can't. Is it Tevich Zal? No.
Sefik Caltro.
Sefik
Give you guys a little clean there.
Yeah.
Let me clean your screen for you. There you go. That better.
That are in the company of Sefik Caltro, the fucking icicle killer, heading off to a strange tower where we will apparently delve into its depths to get some loot and split it with these strange individuals. And on our way there, we were attacked by crack cats.
Indeed.
Just saying, the more Cragcuts murder these people, the less splitting we have to do.
Crag cats. Crag cats.
We are going to be jumping straight into combat.
It's a lot of dogs.
Well, so Torga's caravan has 3 heavily laden dog sleds, each one pulled by 6 friendly sled dogs. So
friendly fucking dogs. Why is it has to be friendly? Be aggressive.
they're friendly to people, maybe not to
I feel like
wild
if
cats.
we give each one of those dogs their own turn, action economy, this last, we're done for. We're so easy. Cragcat's done for.
Thuldar was the guard on duty. I wrote his name down so he could be remembered in death.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Thuldar. He died instantly to the first Cragcat attack as they bit him and it bit his fucking head off in one fell swoop. The sound of his muffled screams and thrashing around was enough to stir all of you, including Malice from her trance. All of your initiatives have been slightly adjusted to reflect the fact that you were asleep and are being surprised, so they're all at disadvantage for you and your allies. You have a little makeshift wall of your sled set up to the west to stop that cold wind that's kind of blowing in. The dogs have all been set up on the south side. You managed to convince the guys at Duffer and Bella sleep close to you. Maybe they chose to sleep closer to you guys. And then all the other dogs are kind of just piled in this huge, big, fluffy cuddle pile just to the south. They are all lassoed together by a rope kind of connecting all of their collars together, which is then holding it to probably that's this sled, which is probably piggybacked onto this sled, which is probably piggybacked on it. If you gotta give it so all the sleds are piggybacked on top of each other effectively to make sure that the dogs don't bolt in the night and take everything with them. But also to stop anyone getting wandered or getting grabbed by something or yada yada yada. Obviously the dogs would all need to go in one direction to cause any actual force of pulling. If they all just scramble, it'll not really vibe. Okay, the Cragcats have just attacked Thuldar, and then they're going to continue on with their surprise attack. One of them is going to come around to here to avoid the dogs. Did they get 2 attacks? No, this one is going to pounce on either Malice or Bahagor. Bahagor, this cat is going to try to pounce on you.
How much shield? So 19 AC. Shooting a sword.
21?
Is it cold claw damage?
No. Just gonna do a crit fish. No crit fish. And the bite should have been an advantage. I'll roll one more. Does a 19 hit as well?
So that yes, it does 19 hits.
So you take 8 and I'll do the 7 because actually no, the dice rolls are different, aren't they? Yeah, so it's an 8 and a 9, so it's a total of 17 slashing and piercing damage as this cat pounces on you and you are knocked prone if you were not already because you were asleep, waking up.
Whoa.
You just stood up and the cat just bam!
So you've got 2 hits there, which is an advantage. So the first one hits, and then the second one is advantage. So the first one misses, and then the second one hits. So that's 5 damage there, sir. No?
The 21 claw attack hits you for 8 slashing damage.
I see. I got you.
And then the bite attack is an advantage because then you get you're prone. Okay. You could make a strength saving throw to not be knocked prone, but I'm pretty sure if you were asleep, you probably are prone already.
Okay.
Okay,
that's what. So that.
It's okay. They're going to do the same shit to some NPCs as well. Don't even worry about it. One of them's going to run all the way up behind here towards Gravlek and try to pounce on him over the cover. And he'll get a +2 to his AC. It will still be... Oh, he actually might fucking survive that. Nope, that still hits. Following up with a bite. Okay, the bite misses, so he doesn't instantly get killed, but he's instantly bloodied by this fucking claw attack that cuts him up. And he's like, oh gosh! The other one is going to go try to pounce on Big Bad Sephic Caltro.
Yeah, kill the fucker. Save us the moral quandary.
The less people, the better here.
16 against Sephic will hit. And it'll get a wee bite. The bite will... I'm just checking if Sephic doesn't have a parry attack or reaction.
You know, if you walk in here with a sock right now, I swear to God.
Not got anything. Okay, so Sephic is going to take a whopping 22 points of damage. So he's looking a little bit injured after that.
So like the old Minecraft pain noise.
That ends the Cragcat's turn. Let me see. I think, Bodger, you are the first to act.
Nope.
Punch that Cragcat.
Fuck's sake. I'm so glad I don't wear armor. He's going to hop onto this sled, which it looks like I'm under it. There we go.
You don't crawl under the sled.
No, tempting. And I will try to bop this Cragcat here.
Go for it.
In fact, I'll go to there so I can kind of
Bop that
get
cat.
actual feet on the ground.
Punt that puss.
With
Oh, you can't say that on Twitch.
no. That's going to be... So it's going to be a two-handed spear attack. 10 to hit.
A 10, unfortunately, it'll just dodge back.
And... Yeah, screw it. Flurry of blows. And that'll be 2 unarmed strikes.
Go for it. A 13 just hits, and a 16 definitely hits.
7 damage and 8 damage.
Nice. It's 15 damage. It looks injured after those 2 strikes.
And that'll be it from me.
Alrighty then. Torga picks herself up. She is going to... Blood her. She's going to draw her scimitar, and she is going to move forward to here. She's going to help you guys, the one that's kind of engaging you in combat, seeing that Sephic's like already engaging that one up there. So she's going to swing twice for her scimitar, and she should be doing some flat rolls. I don't know why it's not giving me her shit. Give me the toggle. I need the toggle, please. Thank you. 20, some feedback. Always put the toggle bar on. It's so much more useful. She misses with both attacks. Actually, no, the 13 would hit for 5, so she does 5 damage. She twice, and that is Torga's turn. Sephic Caltro acting next. He is going to look at the collection of Cragcats. He is going to produce an icy longsword, seemingly from thin air, and he is going to strike with that with both hands. Try to do some damage. Again, the toggle bar would be great. A miss and a hit, so that is going to be 9 damage if the Cragcat is not resistant to cold.
That icy longsword would be very damning if we didn't already know he was murdering people.
Yep. He is then going to use his bonus action. He's going to Misty Step back out of combat. And he backs up. Malice.
I'm going to grab my mace and give this Cragcat a bonk.
Bonk that cat. 17 hits for 4 bludgeoning damage.
And then I'm gonna look around. None of us are horribly injured yet, right?
Bahagor just got a couple of fucking pretty savage bites sticking out next to you.
How you looking, Bahagor?
It still looks okay. He looks solid.
It's fine. He'll be fine.
Just a scratch.
Yep, that is me.
Yeah.
I really need to get a second weapon so I can use 2-weapon fighting, but I keep forgetting.
You need to get 2 light weapons for that. Your
Oh,
mace
yeah, I
wouldn't be
do.
appropriate.
The mace isn't gonna be any good. Yeah, that's me.
Sure. The dogs start barking and growling and making a bit of a fuss, but they're all tied up, so they can't help. Annoyingly, our dogs who normally bark, growl, and make a fuss are being quite good, so no side effects.
Ham bones.
Okay. Scratch.
Scratch will run around. She will use her bonus action to shape change to wild shape into a bear.
Sure. What kind of bear?
A brown bear.
Is that a medium or large bear?
That's 1 sec. I'll just look up my thing. Large.
Nice.
And she will gain, I believe, 12 temporary hit points. 12 temporary hit points from that. And then she will make 2 attacks. She will do. That's one bite and 1 claw. That's 2d20s plus 5. Sorry.
So good.
Bam. A 16 and an 11.
16 hits, 11 will miss.
Okay, the first one is bite. That's 1d8 plus 4. So that's 8 piercing damage.
Nice.
On the crack.
Perfect. Anything else?
Nope, that's her turn.
Alrighty. Bahagor.
Okay, bonus action, and I'm gonna turn into a shadowy, cold, mystic creature.
Sure thing.
Yep. I just even turn like to this disgusting figure that frightens everyone. Horrible.
Your form of dread.
Yep. And then I am going to cast.
Do they need to do anything regarding a form of dread, or does it just exist?
Oh yeah. Sorry, it gives me like a temporary hit points as well. So 13 temporary hit points.
But do they have to make a saving throw or anything, or is it just?
No, not yet. No, only if I hit them.
Cool.
If I hit them once per turn, they need to do a check.
Alrighty. Let's see what you got.
Okay, so I got 13. Actually, no, so I need to roll actually. So 1d10. So I got 5, 6, 7, 8 temporary hit points.
Nice.
And then I'm going to cast on this guy at the top here,
Mm-hmm.
because it's quite far. I'm going to cast what's the fucking thing called? Cold Sphere on him.
Okay.
You see 14.
He has to make a
Okay.
wisdom saving throw. The
Yeah.
crag cat will make this at advantage,
Oh no.
thanks to their natural spell turning. 15 will succeed, and if a crag cat succeeds a saving throw, the spell has no effect, and instead targets the caster. The spell, as you cast it towards this crag cat, you watch as it completely 180s and
Oh
flies
my
back
God.
towards yourself.
What a
I need
bastard.
you to make a wisdom saving throw against your own spell, please.
Uh-huh.
Don't. No.
Bahagor, you are scared of yourself.
I'm not. I'm resistant. I've got immunity to frighten condition.
Okay, you're in the right condition. Good. That would have been hilarious. I really wanted you to be scared of yourself.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Whew. Phew. God damn it. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn. Nothing else.
Okay, you've learned something about crag cats that could save one of your allies' hides. The bodyguards
I'm
are
so
going
glad I
to.
chose to bonk that instead of the other thing I was thinking about.
as just I did my turn as reaction, I'll say, "Oh no, they reflect back spells."
Sure.
So everyone knows now they reflect back spells.
Perfect. Let me just turn
My
this back on.
ass. Scared them of shadow, literally.
How would it work if you were afraid of yourself?
You would just never be able to like break line of sight. You'd always be scared.
Wouldn't that be afraid of him? Like, because he cast a spell back?
He's not casting the spell on you. Instead, the spell has no effect on the cat. That
It's
instead
like a
targets
mirror.
the caster.
It just bounces off him. And
So it's
Ah, I
still
see.
your spell, but it targets you instead. It's as if you cast it on yourself. So you would be scared of yourself.
That's only hilarious.
So because if you close your eyes, you can still see yourself. You would always be scared of yourself. So you would just have to. You might be able to break concentration if it wasn't those spells.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't a concentration spell, you'd be stuck with it for a minute or 10 minutes, however long it was. Okay. These guys can move around. A little bit of damage. This guy. That is. So. The one kind of which is a bit surrounded is looking a little bit bloodied and a bit struggling. The other one as well, over by you, Bodger, Gravlik gets a good hit into it, and he's also managed to bloody it. But there are still two pretty healthy-looking kitties in reserve here. Top of the round, it is their turn. This one next to Gravlik and Bodger is going to look between the two of them. Bodger, you're like completely unharmed, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just gonna try to take a little claw at Just take a claw at Gravlik.
The other guy. Yeah.
Killing him. Gravlik dies instantly as this claws slash across him in the chest. The Kraken like pulls him over the like sled, blood like trilling behind him, like splashing all over the white snow, illuminated by the like campfire, which the embers are still just giving enough glow around you so you can kind of like see the color despite your dark vision. The glistening wet blood as it's kind of pulled away. The other ones are going to getting a little bit tight in the middle, and there's an isolated target, so they're going to cycle round. And they're going to pounce on Bodger.
Oh, fuck.
Both of them, because he's an isolated target, and that is literally what they're coded to do.
it's fine. He'll be fine. He saved the whole party that one time, remember?
Yeah, Bodger's like God. Okay, so 2 claw attacks coming in on Bodger. A 17.
Miss.
And a 14 will also miss. They both fail to manage to make any contact with you. As you manage to just like parry them away. The other one is looking pretty surrounded. And is going to it has once get a little hit on Bahagor, but he's looking kind of tougher than expected. It's going to just try to fight its way out because it's scared, and it can't actually leave right now because it's penned in. It has no way. Well, it could try to squeeze out at half speed, I suppose. But it probably would just try to just kill the thing in its way and then break contact. A 20 for 4 slashing damage. It injures Vandra, one of the female guards, like cuts her up pretty bad in the side. But not enough to bring her down or even bloody her too severely. And that is it for the Crag Cat's turn. Bodger.
I'm gonna focus on the one that is to the left of me.
Yep.
And already fairly hurt. Attack with my spear. Nat 20.
Oh,
That'll do it.
nice.
20 damage.
Nice. It dies.
Wow.
Beautiful. Bonus action. I think I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna play God for a bit longer. Let's flurry of blows again.
Sure.
Did you roll max damage?
Did I roll max damage?
Yeah, he did. Oh, nearly one
Almost.
off.
Yeah, exactly, not max damage. So yeah, flurry of blows, 2 unarmed strikes incoming. 20. So this is the one to the directly to my north.
Yep.
So that's 7 damage.
Yep.
And 12.
Just misses.
I'm
Is enough
gonna
to
turn back to-
bloody it though.
Cool. I'm gonna turn back to the others and just be like, "Fucking come on, then, get stuck in." And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Torga's going to draw her dagger, and she's going to whip around, seeing that this one's pretty much handled, it's pretty surrounded, and she's going to start working on the one that's moved to flank Bodger. She's going to take 2 swings with her scimitar in her primary hand, and 1 swing with her dagger. She manages to catch it with the scimitar, kind of like cleaving a little bit across the side, but misses with the other 2 attacks, it just dodges it the way. Sefik has kind of backed up. He's going to summon a ice dagger, and he's going to throw it at the one that Torga just attacked, hitting it for 13 cold damage, which is enough to bloody it.
Nice.
And then he will throw another one at the same target. But not 20, that will be 21 damage, killing it instantly. He just throws 2, like immediately. As soon as it impacts and everyone disappears, he just throws it again, and this thing just drops dead. Unmoving. Malice. Is anyone looking at Sephiculture a lot, by the way, during the fight, or are you kind of all focusing on your respective kitties?
I'm probably focusing on the thing trying to eat me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
To actually look at Sefik for the reason, because she's looking for an opportunity to see if, accidents could happen.
Sure. Well, as you watch him, then you watch as the wound that he had across his chest, the blood dripping out of it has begun to freeze, and is beginning to like just instantly start clotting. It looks like he's actually healing right now, like just passively.
Sounds like undead to me.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
7 bludgeoning damage on that crag cat.
On that crag cat, 7 bludgeoning damage. It's barely clinging on to its little kitty cat life.
Barely clinging on to his little kitty cat life.
He has 9 more. What will we do? We got to kill 27 of these.
That would be a great bit. For like a cat enemy.
And I will also... I think I have healing word. Yeah, I will also throw a healing word behind me at Bodger.
Sure.
Fighting a lot of crag cats by himself. 10 hit points.
Bodger gets 10 hit points.
I have not taken any damage.
Oh shit, I thought the red next to you, but it's crag cat. Can I switch that onto Bahagor instead?
You can put him Bahagor, it's fine.
Cool.
10 hit points of Bahagor.
Okay, back was back to full health.
More spell rebounds.
Okay. Sled dogs, make a racket, scratch. The bear.
Yep, she will do the same thing. Bonk. So that's D20. That'll miss.
That will unfortunately miss, and that will unfortunately miss. Bahagor.
Okay, knowing that the spells are not very effective against this guy, he's just gonna whack this one here in the face.
Smack that kitty.
Where's my long sword?
Here at Ready City Crypt, we do not condone animal violence, but if you do find yourself attacked by vicious big cats in the frozen wilderness, please smack that kitty. Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, he needs to do.
Is that how you're meant to fight? He
needs to do a couple of
bears,
saves,
you make
actually.
yourself big. Sharks, you punch them in the nose. Crag cats, you smack them.
Yeah.
First thing that happens is he gets. If a creature is hit with the long sword, that creature has disadvantage his next attack. So next attack is got advantage.
Perfect.
And he also needs to do a spell check for my ability. I think it's wisdom. Check here. Yes, a wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, he will be frightened until the end of my next turn.
A 19.
Yeah, he'll succeed, but still gets the advantage next
Yep.
attack anyway.
And damage?
Okay.
It doesn't matter because he had 2 hit points left and he dies.
Yeah, fuck that cat.
Boom. And then I'll move. I'm gonna move here. Do you know what? I'm gonna move all the way around here. Be a man.
Okay. Charge into combat.
Between both of them.
Sure. You climb over the dead body of one of them to get to the last one because they're almost all dead.
Oh, fuck, is it dead? Okay, there's a big cross in it.
The giant
So,
red
yeah.
X generally
Wait,
denotes dead.
Yeah. It couldn't be any bigger. Okay, yeah. So I'm just got there.
Perfect. The bodyguards are going to pivot around as well. 5, 10, 30. So, they're going to try to fucking finish this up. 20 for a whopping 2 damage. These guys are great. 4 damage in total because it's 2 2s. Cragcat's turn. Cragcat is going to look around. This is not going well for Cragcat. Cragcat is going to...
Just go, buddy. Honestly,
Yeah, he's either gonna go, or there's a little tasty morsel right next to him. They might just have a little slash at. Yeah, misses. He takes a little claw attack towards one of the guards. He like parries it away, and then the Cragcat is gonna try to fuck off. So he's gonna move. Bahagor, you would get an opportunity.
Yep.
And then Botcher, you're gonna get one immediately after.
22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
That's 10, and it's still needs to do saving. It's the saving throw.
Yep.
Wisdom.
Don't be afeared. That one is definitely afeared. Ultra 10, unfortunately, will miss. This thing is limping away, very, very hurt, but it moves at a speed of 40 foot around. So it'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So way off the screen at the moment, but it is out there. If anyone wants to chase it, he's not gotten too far. Bodger, your turn. You're going to let him go. You're going to finish him off. He's only 40 foot away.
Finish him.
I'm going to chase after and finish because I've got
Perfect.
40-foot movement.
Yep, you can close the distance, taking you off screen, but you are next to
I'll
it.
do
El Blanco.
Spear 19 to hit for 7 damage.
Yep, that'll be enough. Only has 4 hit points left. You plunge the spear into this thing's back as it flees, and you just watch as it tumbles ass over tea kettle, coming to rest in the snow. You are out of combat.
I
I
just
try and skin this thing before I come back to the group.
free dinner. Free dinner.
Yeah, like if Bodger is skinning the thing, Scratch would gladly help, seeing as free meat.
Sure.
We add it to the meat channel.
While you guys work on skinning some Cragcats, Torga and her remaining 3 bodyguards, Cephix, Arnok, and Vandra, make a little impromptu grave and dump the bodies of Gravlek and Thuldar in them and just bury them under the snow. And not very deep, quite shallow. Obviously, the grounds here is far too hard. They more just clear some snow and then pile the snow on top of them and bury them just to let them freeze.
I'll go to the girl, Torga. I was like, how long more do we have left to get to this place?
Well, tomorrow, whenever we get up, we got another... Let's see. We're nearly at Cairdenval, so it'll be 4.5 hours to Cairconig, and then from there, it really depends. If we cross across the frozen ice sheet of Lac Dinshire, we can get there about 12 hours after we leave Cairconig. So you're talking just over 2 days if we make good time. Or if we want to skirt the lake and cross at the river, it's a little bit further. It'll probably take us about nearly 2.5, 3 days to go around that way.
Oh, so 12 hours or 3 days.
Yeah, well, that's once we get to the next settlement. I recommend that whenever we get to Cairconig, we get rooms, and probably the last will be probably then we'll have to do 1 camp out in the wilderness as opposed to doing 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think the next time we camp in the woods, we need to double up on the watches. So
Yeah.
we don't get caught by surprise again.
Agreed. At least he gave us some warning as he screamed as he got attacked.
Yeah.
But it would have been better to know in advance as opposed to getting jumped on.
Okay. Also, I know it might not be much to you, but I'm sorry for your losses there with your men.
Appreciate it. They were, you did get close to people on the road, but this is the way of a traveling merchant. Sometimes there is loss of life, eh, guys? And you kind of see some of them look around. Vandra looks a little bit more upset than the rest of the group. Sapphic doesn't seem to give a fuck at all. Torga's like a little bit like shaken, but she's definitely trying to like keep that maybe more bravadish kind of attitude. Zarnok as well as Vandra is maybe a little bit more shaken as well, but maybe the least of the three, with the exception of Sapphic being pretty much.
Sapphic could not care less that guy died.
If you guys want to try to skin some crag cat,
Oh yeah, let's butcher these
Yeah,
crag
why not?
it's
cats.
a survival check for each one. There's 4 of them. They've all been killed by piercing and slashing.
We really got to get bludgeoning weapons if we wanna get these pelts.
Not the killing blow.
Yeah.
Scratch will use guidance on herself and on anybody who. If we take turns doing the chest sheet, guidance everybody.
I can
in turn.
also use guidance on myself.
Splendid.
Cool. I'll take the guidance though.
So everybody does one check.
I'll let you guys do this because I'm not very good at skinning animals.
Is
I'll
it
just
with?
correct you there.
Are we
Sorry.
doing one at once with advantage, or are we doing just one each? Because I know
It
Scratchy
looks
said they were
like
gonna come over.
Bodger's doing 1, Malice is doing 1, and Scratch is doing 1, and Bahagor's up to the...
I'll let someone else do it for me. Someone else do it for me.
So it looks like three of you are going to work. I suppose, you know, it's cold out here, so you kind of have to act fast before the meat freezes up. Yeah, so if you want to get into that meat, you need to get fairly quickly. So Bodger, your first one. The pelt here, as you're out here away from the campfire, like, you know, you've dark vision, but even still, it makes it a bit more difficult to differentiate between like certain areas of the animal, especially with this floof around it. The pelt you managed to get is per quality, but you still managed to get a good 7 days worth of rations in the form of like meat that could be used.
Give that straight to Scratch.
Sure.
Yep. Scratch will pack it up.
Malice, you get a good quality pelt. Your one, the pelt here was in a bit better condition. It looked like this was one that was mainly just primarily like stabbed as opposed to slashed. So fairly good quality. You're also able to get 8 days of meat off it, which are, you know, edible and not too sinewy or bony. And then Scratch has a pretty good job with a 26. Scratch, you managed to get a excellent pelt of the crag cat. You are only able to get 4 days worth of rations in form of meat from it, though, because the getting the pelt so perfectly, unfortunately, some of the meat came away in bad ways and kind of left it more scraps for the dogs rather than full portions. But the good news is, with an excellent crag cat pelt, if you could take this to an enchanter or someone with that kind of like skill set, you could potentially have this pelt turned into kind of like a cloak of spell turning. You might be able to find that innate magical,
That's awesome.
that innate magical ability, because it is in such good condition. It's retained some of its magical
There's
properties.
One
That is
cat
very
left,
cool.
yeah?
1 cat left, yeah.
Scratch, you
Yeah.
want to work together for the final cat? Take some advantage.
Sure, I can do that. Let's see. And she'd put away her sickle and pull out an actual dagger for this to
Sure.
see if, you know. Survival with advantage, and she'll use guidance again.
Sure.
That'll be a 25 plus 26 again.
26, you get another excellent coat. This time, however, you're able to get 14 days of rations off it. You're kind of getting the hang of it a bit better and using a slightly less cumbersome tool as well. The cuts are a bit more small and precise. And yes, you have 2 excellent crag cat pelts. So if you took them to an enchanter, there would likely be some cost associated with it, but you could, you know, this is one of the rarer actual components required, so it would take off a chunk of the cost to get this created.
I'll
Nice.
drag what's left of the carcasses over to the dogs.
Yep, the dogs pile on. Start ripping bones off.
Scratch know about any enchanters due to her being from around here? Like, would she know where she would take something like this?
You could make a probably going to be like a history check, or maybe like a, if you wanted to make something like charisma check, because like it'd be people you know.
I will go with history.
Ain't got
And
no
I'll use guidance
riz.
then. Oh yeah, sure. 5 plus a d4. That's an 8.
Scratch, not many, wizards are really, up about in the Icewind Dale. It's a bit of a shit place to be.
Whoa.
Some of the, ice druids and stuff, the frost druids, maybe. But yeah, you're not sure.
I did one well of those.
Yeah, you're not sure of anyone. There's not like a big wizard tour or anything like that everyone rumors to go to or anything on those lines.
Fair. Also, as a note, we have 32 days worth of meat at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah, your sled's probably getting pretty full. All that meat.
Well, that was a good hunt. So, I think we should rest up. Tomorrow's going to be a long and arduous journey. A very long journey.
You did meet, actually, just as a reminder, you met someone.
Yeah, a little
The
base.
tiefling, Avaris. She was some kind of spellcaster, maybe? But you don't know where she went after
I went to
Caer
go ask her
Dinval.
about my dog, but she was already gone.
You are heading back towards Caer Dinval. It's probably going to be next stop in your journey on the way to Caer Konig, so you'll pass her tomorrow. But you recall that she had, at least whenever you were last there, had vanished. After your encounter with the brown mold. Okay.
Fair enough.
The rest of your evening's rest goes off without a hitch. And eventually, you awaken bright and breezy around about probably the 6 a.m. kind of mark.
So
Ready.
that's that long rest then.
As a long rest, yep. You'll get the benefits of a long rest after that little scrap. Torga lost 2 bodyguards, but they did their job and protected her.
Or good for us.
They died doing what they loved, being mauled to death by crag cats.
Indeed.
Okay. Unless there's anything you guys want to particularly do, Torga's troop will lead you through Caer Dinval, through Caer Konig, back along the road, taking round about 4.5 hours as you travel via the road, kind of arriving at Caer Konig again in the just after midday. However, the dogs are tired from about half a day's journey. You could push on if you so wanted. However, you're not sure, like Torga said, it's at least going to be another 12 miles from here, which is about another day and a half worth of travel. So you could press on, sleep in the wilderness, and then press on again, which would mean you'd be arriving at your destination just as you're kind of exhausted from your day's journey. Or you could camp here, or you could stay here for the night in the comfort and safety of a tavern, and then you could press on in the morning, get a good 8 hours in, so you're probably only 4 miles from your destination the following day, unless, something happens. There is obviously risks of going off-road. But if all goes to plan, then you'll get there fairly swiftish. Faster if you take the shortcut over the ice sheet, or longer if you wish to go around.
Are we in a rush?
Rest.
No, I would say we should rest. No need to. I doubt anybody will be rushing to get there before us, no?
Just
We
hope
all
not.
Together.
Okay, you guys can get some rooms in the Northern Light Tavern if you so wish. And the Northern Light Inn in Caer Konig. You're good to see the little lantern you brought here before back pride in place where it rightly belongs. And as you kind of come in, you're greeted by the sisters who seem to recognize you. They kind of give you a little warm smile. You don't see Trovus, the town speaker, unconscious at a table in here by the time you get in, but no doubt he's probably not far away. But yeah, if you want rooms for the night, Ali will basically put you up for free for helping get the lantern back. She puts you for free. She gives you she's like, totally fine, let you guys have the rooms, there's no issues at all, but just if you want any breakfast in the morning, I'm gonna have to charge you for that, just for the supplies. I can't be letting food walk at the door.
Of course. Thank you for your generosity.
Very welcome. You know what, without you we'll have to change the name. you know, or get a different lantern, I suppose. But it would have been annoying to have to light it and pay for oil and things. Yeah, Torva's group will pay their way. They're not associated enough with you guys in that sense, so Ally charges them, and they probably spend the rest of the day. They probably set up an impromptu stall in the little town square, try to make some money, as they are, you know, prone to do, being merchants. Leaving you guys, you know, a good bit of the day to do whatever you so wish. By about midday or so, let's call it, there's a heavy snowfall kind of coming down as you guys are now in Caerconnig. But yeah, you have a good, like, you know, call it, you know, 8-10 hours to kill before you need to bed down for the night, and then you'll be setting off early tomorrow morning.
Fair.
Do we want to see if we can sell the damaged cragcat pelts?
I was about to say, it's like, yeah, I think we should maybe get rid of these 2 damaged ones, or like, this one's fine, this one is a bit more damaged, get some gold out of it. And then I think I'll ask around if anybody who could fix up these, and she like noted the excellent ones, into something nice. Probably not very likely, but you never know. All kinds of folks hang around 10 towns.
Yep.
So, like, happy to do the sale and swings. If anybody wants to come along, feel like I'll be happy for the company. But yeah, I'll leave it up to you.
I'm gonna go to, you know, to one of the taverns to see what's the gossip in the town.
Sure, go for it.
I'll come sell the pelts.
Oh, thank you, Malice. She nod. How about you, Bodger? Care to tag along?
Why not? Might as well.
Where are you at the moment? Are we at the Northern Lights, or are we somewhere else? Where are we now?
You're staying in the Northern Light Tavern, yep.
Okay.
Or the Northern Light Inn, sorry. The Hook, Line, and Sinker is the tavern you were in before, which has the 3 different drinks, if you recall. The Hook, as you kind of come in, little rival drink. The Line, being the regular drinks. The Sinker is like the challenge drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Hook, Line, and Sinker.
Sure.
Gonna try and do the sinker! But he's gonna be like, can you bring me this just full of milk instead?
You step into the Hook, Line, and Sinker,
It smells
Bahagor.
so bad.
Eglindar Glen, Core greets you. Ah, my friend, welcome back, welcome back. This is the man who got back my goats.
Yes, indeed we did. Indeed, sir.
Here, have a hook. And he passes you a pint.
How about a nice pint of warm milk?
I can certainly do that instead if you want. And he takes back the half pint of ale that normally is the hook. He goes in the back, and he comes back with a full pint of goat's milk instead, still warm from the goat's teat.
Can almost taste the tits.
You know, it is most concerning to hear you say things like that, but thanks for saving the goats. I'm worried what happened to them on the road, but they made it here in one piece, so I suppose it's probably fine.
Don't worry, I only touch the tits with consent for the goats. And I start to keep on drinking them. Some lousy, silly joke.
Yes, go sit down in the booth, friend. Yes. Hello there, welcome to the Hook, Line, and Sinker. Here, have a hook. Ignore him. Like, you know.
Some hair here. And then I was like, so what's the gossip in town? I mean, we've been away for a little while. It hasn't been a few days, but is any gossips going around? Any tips for
It sounds like you're investigating for us some rumors. Sure, a tall tale in 10 towns? We have plenty of tall tales. I would like you to roll a D20, please.
D20. Don't. 7. Lucky number 7.
You know what? There actually is something, you know. There is there was a group of, a couple of people who came through. They were, claiming that they were, shipwrecked, just off the sea and moving ice. They came down from the wilderness somewhere from the north. They said that they'd traveled along the coast for a while, came inland, crossed one river, and then made their way down past. I think they were headed up to Kelvin's Cairn, near Kelvin's Cairn for a while, and then came down here. But no, they're saying, based on what they told me, their shipwreck probably somewhere out northwest of Bremen. Apparently, some ship frozen ice less than a quarter mile from the shore. But you know, it's apparently frozen, stuck. You know, they seem pretty unwilling to tell me exactly where it was. So I reckon that there's probably a lot of treasure still aboard that ship that no one's actually had a chance to find.
Okay, sounds interesting. I mean, always up for some extra gold. And when can I find these fellas?
Oh, they've been out of town a couple of days now, man.
Oh, bugger.
They went back down the road. I think they're heading towards Bryn Shander, probably. They said they were going to try to get back into the back to the mainland if possible, or get back to wherever they're from. You know, they didn't sound like they were from here. You know.
How did they look like?
They were two individuals. One, he was not too unlike your the one you traveled with before, one of those like dark purple skinned elves, and the other one was just a regular human, like brown hair.
So two dark elves and one human.
What? Two people, one dark elf, one human.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I think this milk's getting to my head already. Oh.
The milk notoriously makes you drunk. That's it. You heard it here first, people. Meanwhile, those of you who are looking for a buyer for your crag cat pelts, you can head to the Frozen Far Expeditions, which is kind of like a little general store. They might be interested in person, or you can try your luck at the market and see if anyone will be willing to pick them up there.
Well, what do we want to try first? I think, like, you know, general store market. I think both will work. You know, pellets are always.
Maybe the market is probably going to be more like options and stuff.
Sure, let's go. And she would probably, or they would probably go to the marketplace to see if anybody wants to buy some nice crack.
You probably have to mooch around for a little bit. Around 3 p.m., the heavy snowfall kind of subsides, and it just becomes overcast. And then whenever that happens, people kind of come out and out of their house and, you know, do their little chores and things for the day to get done. And yeah, you can make, if you want to try to flog these, do a persuasion check to try to flog them at a good price.
Oh, right. Who wants to flog?
I'm a little bit persuasive.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'll be happy to give you guidance.
Dear
which you
God.
would have.
I'm the most charismatic out of us three. That's horrifying.
Well, the most charismatic one right now is off drinking milk.
He loves his milk. That's not his fault.
The boy needs his milk.
Persuasion?
Milk.
Persuasion, yep.
12.
Get guidance from scratch.
Add a d4 to that. 13.
Perfect. You're able to find a buyer. And they will make you an offer. For the poor quality, I need someone to roll me 2d8.
I'll do it.
Go for it.
Okay. They offer you 5 gold for the poor quality, which is torn, blood-stained, and improperly skinned.
Why not?
Very good.
The other one, the good quality one, they're a lot more interested in. This is just like someone who's maybe like looking for a nice rug for their floor, or maybe to use it in like for clothing. Don't give you the air of a wizard about them.
They're like, yep, this is nice and thick.
Yeah. The good quality one, they seem a lot more interested in, and they basically offer you. Someone could roll me 6d10, please.
Ooh.
Not me.
I want to roll 6 d10s because I want to hear them
Go
clonk,
for it.
clonk, clonk on my screen.
Also, you said that he has the air of a wizard to him?
No,
He does
doesn't
not.
have the air.
Doesn't
wizard.
have the air wizard. Looks like probably a merchant, like, kind of like Torga passing through.
32.
He offers you 32 gold for that one, which is intact with clean cuts and minimal damage.
Would Scratch know?
What a good price is.
Yeah, not precisely, but like if he's lowballing us on the.
You could
higher
make
quality
a let's call that a wisdom check,
one. Okay, sure.
because it would be your
That's
kind of
a save.
general know-how. And
That That's a 13.
13. These seem like pretty reasonable prices. If the skins were tanned, they obviously be worth a lot more. But you know, like if you're not going to go all the
Who's
effort
got
and
time for
yeah,
that?
it's a big job to tan a skin, especially without the right equipment or the space to do it.
Would you use leatherworkers tools for that, by the way?
Possibly in the new book.
I know how
I'm
to
ju-
tan
I'm-
something. Like me as a person, not Alice.
I'm just wondering.
Just lay in the sun.
You say just lay it in the sun?
Or you just lay in the sun. That's how you tan.
Because if you did that to a pellet, it would be
Rotten.
very icky.
Okay.
Mac, just because she's proficient in this, so in the tools, I was wondering if it's worth getting.
Leather
future.
workers tools. Can craft couple of mundane items: slings, whips, hide armor, studded leather armor, backpack, crossbow case, maps, scroll cases, parchment, pouches, quivers, or water skins. You can add a design to a leather item, and that is pretty much it for the basic guide. I think leatherworkers tools are more the things that you use to make leather items, like people who make shoes and stuff would probably have leatherworkers tools, rather than like tanner's tools. Like a tannery would be the place like tan stuff.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, in that case, yeah, she'd probably be happy to sell it for the 37 total.
Do you want to by any chance show him one of your excellent pelts just to see get a price?
Sure.
Okay.
They're on us. They're probably not going to be able to rob us.
With the 13 from Malice, I would like someone to roll me 15d10, please.
Go for the clickety-clack, Malice.
Yeah.
As this flawless, expertly skinned pelt. Some of its magical nature is still intact.
That's such a good sound.
Yeah. He offers you just shy of 100. He calls it one shy of 100 gold.
I also looked at the parts. I personally think we should hang on to these and have them made into something. Or I'd like to hang on to the one I took off. Like, if you want to sell the other one, fine by me.
Let's hang on to them. As long as we can, carry them.
I will be happy to do that. So in that case, we will sell for 37.
Yep.
And split by 4, that's 9 gold each.
Split by 4, someone's off drinking milk. We don't have to.
I mean, fair. Scratch would assume that we...
yeah, we'll split equally.
Yeah, she will give the 1 extra gold piece to one of you two. She'll let you take a pick.
I'm assuming that a gold piece appears and Malice doesn't even have time to blink before that's in Bodger's pocket.
No, he's not so sneaky. Or selfish.
Just roll the sleight of hand, come on.
Just roll the sleight of hand and go!
She would give it to one of you. You can decide between yourself at some point. It's just a gold piece, but everybody in that case gets 9 gold pieces at some point.
Perfect. Yeah.
Malice will gesture to the gold piece for you to take it.
He'll take it.
Well, now I think I'll have a look around to see if anybody has some gossip on any wizards in the area to see if we can get this fixed up for us.
That would be handy. I'm starting to have a collection of strange items that I don't know what they do.
Sure. Care to tag along?
Sure.
And well, Butcher, you of course as well.
Yeah, why not? Something to do, ain't it?
Fair enough.
Better than
And,
watching Bahagor drink too much milk.
But he downed 4 pints last time that we were. 4 pints. How do you survive in the room with him overnight without suffocating, Bodger?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure. I know it don't agree with him though. And
It must have a lot of calories in. I wonder if he's not fat just because it's so cold up here.
If anyone would like to
you
make an
move him
Arcana
down
check,
south,
by the way,
he'd
to
blow up
see.
like a balloon.
For the wizard, or
Arcana check to see if you have any knowledge of, like, you know, how long or how much, like, this kind of craft might take.
Why am I weirdly good at Arcana?
go for it. Take guidance.
One of us
even though
already.
you have it.
Yeah, well, anyone who wants, really. I get a lie up to 2.
Thinking about spells.
Yep. Malice,
Think about spells
Bodger,
with
not really sure, not super
guidance.
familiar with this kind of thing.
25.
Malice was 25. You would know that the magic in a crag cat is this spell turning magic, and effectively what that means is, in mechanical terms, that if there is a spell of 7th level or lower cast, that the spell has no effect instead, and instead targets the caster. There is a magic item, more commonly in the form of a ring, which also offers a similar ability, the Ring of Spell Turning, which gives you advantage on saving throws against spells, and if you succeed, it literally, you can use a reaction to deflect it back towards the caster, and they must make a saving throw using their own spell saving DC. So it's basically the same ability, but it requires a reaction, whereas the crag cats, it's just innate, it just happens automatically. You also get advantage, same as the crag cats would. It is a legendary enchantment, so it is quite expensive. If you were to simply buy something like that outright in a magical store or a bazaar, you'd be expecting to spend somewhere in the region of about 30,000 gold. If you were to have it made, that price would be halved to 15,000. For the price to have it made. Obviously, whoever you pay to make it may charge you more, but it would only cost as much as half to make it. And providing the actual pelt in its current condition, I would say we would half that price again, because you were actually offering the magical enchantment in that form. So although it is, as a material, worth only 100 or 150 gold, utilized in a specific way, it is invaluable in that sense. It becomes much more valuable because it's in such good condition. So you'd be expecting to spend, if you had someone on your side who would do it at cost price, about 7,500 gold would be the rough price to get that. But it would give you advantage on all spells. Like it's a very powerful thing.
Craft one, get one pelt free.
Maybe that might be good. If someone was in the business of doing that, that might be a deal I'd be interested in.
I also will tell them all of this information.
That's a lot of gold. Huh.
In our current stance, yes, quite a bit. But we don't know what's at this tower. Could be, 7,500 gold.
Either way, it would be good to, ask around so we know where to go for a reference and to see the price.
The pelts are already frozen solid, so it's not like they're going to do anything.
Pretty much. Could Scratch do an investigation check?
Yep, deal investigation check. Try to find a wizard. Suitable wizard of a certain caliber to enchant legendary items.
Or, sure. And I'll use guidance.
Sure.
18.
18. You kind of ask around. You eventually get chatting with someone who talks about rumors that there was this wizard who was part of the Arcane Brotherhood, who had been seen in East Haven. Apparently he's called Zan.
Shazam.
And where again? Sorry.
East Haven. Apparently he's part of the Arcane Brotherhood, who must be quite a powerful spellcaster. They seem to be under the impression of that. But they heard about that rumor, a couple of months back. But he apparently had made a little base out of East Haven, or been seen coming and going fairly often through there. So he's like, well, you might get some luck down in East Haven if you can find that Zan fella.
What?
Bless you.
I'm allergic to cat fur. You put these big cat pelts in here.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll be on my way.
Yep.
Farewell.
Yeah. You guys can spend the rest of the evening doing whatever it is that so pleases you. But eventually evening will come.
Correct.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well, look, how about we grab some pints at the tavern? Maybe a sinker or two.
Yeah, you head in.
Sounds all right.
Yeah, you probably find Bakor several milks deep.
Yeah, about 7 or 8 pints already. His bed is like this. Oh,
Yes,
fellas, hello.
Scratch would solemnly nod to Bodger in.
How's the sales of, the pelts and stuff?
We sold the damaged ones for some gold. Here's your share. And as for the excellent ones, they are very valuable, and they can be turned into very nice coats that reflect spells. So we are keeping them.
Glenn pushes a
sounds
cup
good.
in each of your hands, this little half pint with a hook. Welcome in, welcome in.
How much do we want to drink tonight?
Yeah, does anyone want to...
to? I'm going to also tell them about this rumor he heard as well about this shipwreck in the western of. What was the name of the town? Bruma? No, Bruma is someone else. Bruma is another game.
Bruma is from
Bruma.
Oblivion.
Oblivion, yeah.
Yeah.
It is also from the north of Cyrodiil. It's a wintry place. No, Bremen. Northwest of Bremen.
Bremen. There you go. Bremen.
Is Bremen where the fishermen are getting killed, or is that somewhere else?
Bremen is where the fishermen were having some issues, yeah, where you sent the young disabled kid
fisherman.
and the fisherman.
Whoops.
Okay. Oh fuck! Yeah, just send a disabled child to Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll tell them about this potential shipwreck with some loot in it.
Well, it's worth
Yeah, so-
noting.
Apparently, some folks got shipwrecked, but they didn't give much information. So the barkeep there thinks that. there
I'm
could be
sorry,
some
you
good-
what?
Some good treasure there.
How long ago was this?
Why do you ask?
Probably because he got shipwrecked.
Yeah.
Well, they said they left out. Mr. Barkeep, come here for a second.
Hey, you need another milk?
Yeah, what?
No,
Yeah,
he's
why
all right.
not?
No, cut him off.
Also,
He's had enough.
he said this folks in the shipwreck. When did they leave town?
Oh, about maybe no more than 2 days ago.
2 days ago. And they said they're going to where again? What was the town?
This
they're
guy's
going to?
also allergic to cats.
They were heading down towards Bryn Shander. I think they were planning on heading back down the 10 trail, maybe heading out towards that one, the actual coastal cities down in the down the Sword Coast.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go there.
Okay,
where
sorry.
they're
So
going.
they were involved in the shipwreck, or they found the shipwreck?
They seem to be saying that they were shipwrecked. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Must have been someone else then. Whew.
Where did you get shipwrecked? By the way, I don't recall it telling me.
Honestly,
Good,
mate,
just a-
could not fucking tell you. All right, it's somewhere on the Sea of Moving Ice, but
Okay.
I look round and all I see is fucking ice. So
I mean,
some of it were moving.
if this ship also got shipwrecked, I don't know, maybe it could be where your ship got shipwrecked.
Maybe, or it's just fucking stupid to sail into somewhere that's called the Sea of Moving Ice because ships and ice don't normally.
Yeah, and ice doesn't move. Ice
Get
is solid
along.
as rock. I would know.
No,
Yeah.
you ain't never seen an iceberg.
Have you ever seen an ice
No.
cube?
You ain't never seen ice that moves. I know you might not, Malice. Fucking.
I mean, ice floats on sea and stuff, but the ice itself doesn't
Exactly.
move. Unless you
And-
push it.
Right, but
Well, you
when
know.
it moves, when it floats, it moves, don't it?
With the water,
Ah, it's just so the water moves the ice. So it should be called the water moving ice waters.
I mean,
Ice.
isn't snow basically just moving ice?
I'm gonna put in your.
I'm
fucking
gonna say
milk,
that's
mate.
more like fluffy ice.
No, like when it falls. That's moving. And it's ice.
Bahagor, I think that you have had one too many pints to drink.
Anyway, well, if you ever want to go check this tip out, just let me know. I'll come with you.
Good. Yeah, she would nod, but I think we should focus on the task at hand. And also remember, she would tap the stone. So you remember what that dying lady in the manor said? We should follow the signals coming from this strange mind stone. You know.
Yeah, I don't know how much I
and,
trust the dying lady in the manor, but
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of dying. She wants to play a prank on us, you know.
She did know about things that she had no business knowing, like me having
I
the
mean, she's
soul.
pretty old. She's probably senile.
Well, but senile people don't usually know your name or the magical items you carry.
I mean,
or the
they
effects
remember
have
some
on-
things and then forget other things, and then sometimes they think of things that are not real, and then they just make up things.
okay, you're cut off. No more milk.
What? No, I just want one more milk.
Just order a beer like a regular being.
No,
I'm
don't
gonna cast-
don't drink beer on the fucking milk. No.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to make it look like there's a small turd in the milk.
What is this, bartender? Your animal just shot in my milk. Puh. I don't want drinks in it. I'm not going to drink here ever again.
Mate, you've been drinking out of that for like 10 minutes, so...
It's funny because he wasn't there before. How could him just... But maybe it's like at the bottom of the mug. I don't know.
Maybe it's a glass of moving shit. But no, maybe it's the milk that's moving and the shit is the milk in the glass of the floating shit.
I see now. Why is it cold? Okay, I get it.
Barkeep,
Very good.
3 sinkers.
3 sinkers, all right. Comes back with 3 big heavy mugs, put them each down.
Also, do you have a drink that's called the line or a line?
Oh, that's what you guys been drinking in the middle.
Pint.
Fair enough.
Yeah, little pint, regular pint, and then the big boy.
All right, it's up to you guys. You want to chug the sinker as is tradition?
Chug the sinker.
Chug the
I don't think you should
sinker.
drink here. I literally just found shit in my cup. Don't drink it. Don't drink it.
Scratch
What is
will be
it?
chugging.
Okay, con saving throw.
Woo.
Drunk.
Oh.
Drunk.
No!
So all of you clink these big,
Immediately
heavy,
choke.
like fucking. If I recall correctly, I think I made them like what did I made them like the fucking big what they called like not the my brain's giving me Gruner, which is definitely not the term.
Alice choking on her is like, damn, that's embarrassing, and then looks at the other two is like, never mind, I'm good.
A growler, that's what it is. It's like a big growler.
Gooner.
Not a Gruner, no, a growler. It's like this big like growler, which is you like glug it down. It's like got this like quite small. It's not like a glass; it has a big open top. It's like a bottle, and you go chugging from this big like refillable glass bottle. Chugging it down. Like the beer's like sloshing like down like your chest, like over onto like down your chin. You all end up fucking soaked as you finally see it off. Putting it down one by one by one. Malice, you're pretty... Yeah.
We're wasted.
Bodger, you are fucking near enough blackout. Scratch is blackout. A complete
Scratch
whiteout.
finishes and just bang on the table.
Not like unconscious, but like, if Scratch is not babysitted, Scratch is going to make some fucking mistakes tonight.
Wait, hey, guys, what if I turn into a bear here, huh?
No, you should try turning into an owl and then see how fast you can fly.
Oh, that's a great idea. unless physically restrained, Scratch will try and wild shape into an owl.
Sure.
I'm gonna watch this happen.
I'm just going to do something. Okay, no, I'm fine. I don't have a flashback to the shipwreck.
She'll do.
Being drunk or drunk owls?
Yeah, Scratch will, while she drunk into Dragon Elm, she'll she'll dash, so
Yep.
that will be 120 move speed.
Yeah.
And I will roll this.
Please tell me it's just directly into a closed
Make me like an
window.
acrobatics check.
I'll do an acrobatics check. at
Disadvantage, please. Yeah.
I'll just look up
Is he trying to fly through the window quickly, or what was he trying to do?
He's trying to fly out the door or out to the nearest.
Just trying to fly out.
Okay, Margot says, okay, I want to see this. I'm gonna go close to the door. The window is gonna try to fly out to.
Okay.
Okay, that's a nat 20. Fuck.
Disadvantage.
That's a 6. 7.
Okay, 7? 7's not terrible. Okay. 7's not you plow into a fucking window full speed like Errol in Harry Potter. But 7 is unfortunately bad enough that whenever you start flying, you're like slaloming a little bit, like kind of like in Formula 1 where they turn to keep the tires warm. You're like, whoa, as you like make your way zigzagging towards the door. Bahagor, what are you just watching?
I was good. As soon as you get close to the door, I'll just close the door. Pum.
Okay. So you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. You feel like you're going 100 miles an hour. You're gonna make it. And as soon as like you're about to go, the door slams shut. But you managed to scrape up the wall a little bit with your oil talons, like and then like perch on like one of the little like banisters, like one little like support struts, like the wooden struts in the ceiling. And you're like, ooh.
Scratch will shift into him as a Bahagor, you fuck.
You're like sitting on the fucking roof banister, like kicking your feet.
By the way you're flying there, I don't think you're gonna hit anything except that door. And I helped you.
Fuck you, dude. The fuck you know. Have you ever flown as an owl?
Do you want to try that glass window over there? Come, I can help you.
You fucking tried, and I'm gonna toss you over these stairs.
Scratch, you're currently sat on the support strut of the roof, like one of these like big ceiling like banisters, not banisters, like logs that kind of come across.
Here, jump! I'll catch you.
Scratch thinks there are stairs. She just
walks off.
Down. Yeah.
Try to catch her.
Make me a dexterity saving throw disadvantage, please.
She's blacked out drunk. I've been in that state before. I know what I did.
13.
And Scratch, are you gonna try to save yourself? 11. You fall into Malice, who nearly like fully like breaks your fall. She definitely survives some of the impact. You both take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, but you're not knocked prone.
What? I could swear they were fucking stairs. Sorry, thanks, Malice.
You're heavier than you look.
Yeah, it's all the muscle, you know.
So I have 3 members of the party who right now have drunk to excess, and 1 who is stone cold sober.
No, he's milk drunk.
He's milk drunk. Bahagor, are you going to try to babysit anyone, or are you going to join in the fun?
I was gonna go sit and watch. I was like,
okay.
I'm gonna watch this.
Okay. I need everyone to roll me a D100 with the exception of Bahagor, who's remaining sober, to watch the night's events in full.
I was like, you know what, bartender, give me another milk. Fuck it.
All right.
I want to watch this.
Can Bahagor roll con save to see if he doesn't shit himself? Also, highlighting Rob's message in the group chat.
Cheers. Is it D100?
D100, please. Yep.
49.
Okay. Malice, 88. Okay, let's go see who's funnier to wake up.
Same D100 number, no?
Okay, and Malice. Perfect. Malice, you are the first to wake up in your elvish trance state. You recover a bit quicker even from your unconscious. You know, you can fall unconscious just from drinking too much. You don't even like get
That's
a time
not a
to trance.
sleep at all.
It's not a magical sleep. You wake up and you're in this like quite nice shop. Like you look around. It's not one of the ones that you would normally visit. as you kind of are looking around, it seems like you're in some kind of like tailor shop. You see like mannequins and things like that. And as you kind of like try to pick yourself up, you just trip over on this huge, like trailing ball gown. This like beautiful ball gown made for like a noblewoman. It is beautiful. It is like a lovely, like deep, like blues and purples. It has these little like diamantes kind of all across it. A bit of like, very like thin, kind of like almost like translucent, like fabric across the chest, like along the arms and things like that. Like it is gorgeous. And you've everything, all your known belongings, apart from the fact that your original clothes, including your chain shirt, are all gone.
Damn. I look around for those.
Yeah, you can make an investigation check if you're trying to find them. 16. You don't find them, but you do find there was a logbook on the actual like counter itself, and you see that it's written for 4 a.m. in the morning.
Why was anyone even here at 4 in the morning?
And you see like disgruntled like series of notes. It's like very drunk, dark elf woman. Wouldn't tell me her name. Requested a fine ball gown, like thrown in the window, was tailored to her shape and size. She lacked the payment, however, was willing to exchange everything she had on her physically, and then has a little bit of like, your boots, your like, cold weather gear, your chain shirt, all that kind of stuff. Like in those all down, and goes like taking to the local market to pawn to make some money back. She seems to have blacked out, very intoxicated, hoping she's gone by the time I get back. And yeah, you don't even know what this guy or woman looks like. But yeah, you realize now that you have no cold weather gear anymore and no armor.
I guess I'm heading out to go see if I can buy back my equipment in my cute ball gown.
Beautiful dress. Meanwhile, Bodger, you stir awake. As does Scratch. You're both in your own bed. Scratch, everything seems pretty normal for you. However, as you are like kind of like rubbing your eyes, like picking yourself up, you look over and you see that there is no sign of your roommate. She must have slept somewhere else. But you do see sat at the foot of your bed, putting on a set of plate mail, an individual who turns to you, gives you a smile, and you see he has this like big long like tabard, some kind of big holy symbol across the chest. You're not even sure like what god it is at a quick glance, and he looks over and says, well, I just gotta say, I'm so glad you helped me break all those vows last night.
Break what? What did he break?
All those
Vows.
Oh, fuck.
She like rub her eyes like, alright. I'll be honest, I don't know who you are. I do not remember your name. But you do like somebody I would fuck only after a sinker, so please leave.
Okay, I will honor you, my lady. He gives a little bow. He finishes putting his armor on, and he leaves.
You could just try and figure out what fucking holy symbol that was out of curiosity.
You can make a religion check, sure.
Look, I'm gonna make an oath breaker out of you.
That's a 21.
Okay. Seemed to be it was like a weird like cog, like a toothed cog with 4 spokes. You think it might be Gond, maybe, who's kind of like a like a god of craft, like the Lord of all smiths. Yeah.
Since when does Gond have vows of celibacy? Huh?
Knows.
And then she'd lie down back in bed and just like deal with her hangover, probably.
Yeah. Bodger, you wake up and Bahagor is probably asleep, awake. God knows what Bahagor is doing. But Bahagor would be in the room with you if he so wished to be. And as you stir, you realize you too are not alone in your bed. There's someone probably about the same size as you moving under the covers, and you can like feel him like rub up against you.
Oh no.
Bahagor, would you still be in the room?
Yes, I would be in the room.
Perfect. Then Bahagor, as you stir and look over, you see Bodger as he maybe had a little peek under his covers. Bodger, under your covers, there is a still sleeping goat covered in lipstick marks, and your face is also smeared with lipstick. As you touch your face, you realize it's on your fingertips, and as Bahagor looks over, he's just greeted this horrible sight.
I was like,
One of the goats,
"What
no!"
the fuck?
Like, you hear a scratch from the other, like, shut up.
What have you done to that poor goat?
Straight from the tea, mate. Over your fucking head. It's overrated. It's not right
That's
when
a
it's warm.
complete new meaning to straight from the tit.
And the
Oh
goat
my God.
wakes up,
I am gonna
looks
tell
around.
everyone about this.
The goat and
I
hops
like the
out.
fact that the goat was okay enough with this to fall asleep next to you, though.
But, you know what? I don't really know how to explain that, so I'm not going to. He's gonna like wipe. In fact, he's gonna go over to Bahagor's bed.
Yep.
Or like bedroom or whatever, and just wipe his lipstick off on Bahagor's bed, and then climb back into his own bed.
No. Why? Why did you do that to my pet?
Why not? Sharing the love, ain't I?
I'm still gonna tell everyone. guys. But
You
had
still
sex with a
hear
goat last night.
Shut the fuck up. It's 7 in the morning.
Eventually, Malice will come back. Malice, do you want to try
my
to?
shit back?
Yeah, you want to buy it back?
No, I want to trade it for this ball gown.
Okay. Well, the people who now have your belongings are not the same tailor because he pawned it off some merchants.
God damn it.
If you want to roll me a d20 for a luck roll, it might be that they pawned it off to the very merchants that you're traveling with.
6.
It is not Torg's group, unfortunately, who bought them. But you do find them. They're on sale. They're on sale for full price.
How much is that?
50 gold for the chain shirt. And the cold weather gear, off the top of my head, I don't think it's incredibly expensive, but I would double check.
10 gold by my notes.
I think it's 10. So 60 gold for everything to come back to you. And you get to keep the nice dress.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, okay. You
Goodbye, my gold.
spend the 60 gold, you get to keep a nice dress, but also you're not going to freeze your tits off and your armor back. This is the cost of carousing. Sometimes it is expensive. I mean, you could have just like threatened them, but like if you're just like,
Can I try that first?
yeah, go and make an intimidation check. You're kind of scary.
I'm kind of scary, and I'm currently standing in a ball gown in the freezing cold.
Luckily, the cold never bothered you anyway.
Only a 4. I'm not that
No.
scary. I'm too hungover to be scary.
Yeah.
I start threatening them and then start throwing up in the snow instead.
Yeah, man.
wow. Instantly freezes like a jet.
Slams the gold down, takes my shit.
There's no business with you. No, it's the fastest turnaround I've ever had in my life. As you head back towards the tavern. Eventually, you all reconvene for around breakfast time, a bit later than you normally been getting up, around 10 a.m.
Malice walks in out of the fucking snowstorm in a ball gown, like, I don't want to talk about it.
To be fair, it looks very nice on you. Shame it's not cold resistant, I guess.
I look beautiful, but I still don't want to talk about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you all get some food in the morning, and we reminisce about whatever you can roughly remember from the previous night's endeavors, try to piece together what happened. And as you do that, that is where we're going to stop for tonight. Next time, we will have our party journey out, finally leaving 10 towns properly for the first time. Leaving the safety of the Dwarven Valley and Kelvin's Cairn, and heading off on their first tall tale, their first rumor of something out in the frozen ice, out in Icewind Dale itself.
I'm assuming this is fine clothing.
Yes, very fine. It's a beautiful ball game. It would not look out of place in one of the finest ballrooms in all of the Sword Coast. Yeah, that is where we're going to stop for the night. So we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.